on adult and children's social care. But he's absolutely right. The cost of residential homes for looked after children is excessive, and there are a number of private equity firms that are operating like bandits in this area. And I have talked to the minister responsible, the member for Wantage. Action will be forthcoming.
Chair of the Select Committee, Clive Betts.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The Select Committee recently produced a report on local government finance, and we said the government must act now if local authorities had survived the severe crisis. What has the Secretary of State done? He's asked every local authority to produce a productivity plan. It sounds a bit like him advising councils how to spend better the money they haven't got. In particular, he's asked local authorities to identify ways to reduce wasteful spend. What does he think local authorities have been doing for the last 13 years? And even more in particular, to ask them to identify waste on discredited staff equality, diversity and inclusion programmes. How much does he think that's going to save towards avoiding Section 114 notices?
Well, I'm very grateful to the Chairman of the Select Committee, and he's right, of course. There are challenges that local government faces, but there are outstanding councils, like, for example, North Lincolnshire or South Norfolk, that are continuing to ensure that they can build up surpluses and deliver effective services, and that's because they put productivity.
Gove talks absolute tosh. It's just a bluff. He bluffs his way through the whole thing. And you build up services, blah, blah, blah. It's almost like you could just rewind it back to like John Major government and just like play the same thing back from some parliamentary muppet saying the exact same thing, you know. It's literally like a record on repeat. You know, Barry Shearman supposedly is, well, I thought he'd already supposed to be retired already, but Barry Shearman has spent his whole life in Parliament. You know, he was in Parliament when I first started work. Before Mark Zuckerberg was even a college prick, right? And I don't choose those words lightly. And, you know, since Barry Shearman has been pottering up and down in Parliament, you know, in the nooks and crannies, just managing to keep out of the spotlight of, you know, Boris Johnson and Sunak and Liv Truss. Shearman has literally spent his entire life in Parliament. When in that amount of time, well, not even half of that amount of time, college idiot comes out from America, Mark Zuckerberg, prattles around on a computer, makes himself a social media platform, sells advertising to the world, and makes himself into a multi-billionaire just by dicking around on a computer. He rakes money in from advertising, from foods that have been causing diabetes, foods that have been causing microbiome to get destroyed, foods that have been making this government an absolute fortune in drive-thrus and local councils putting planning permission through, foods that we could probably do without and it would have been better going out, walking, encouraging people to go get more natural grown foods and exercise more to go and get them, not actually, you know, spending more money on the government for profits for Balfour Beat Me and Care, building more cycle lanes, building more roads, building more stupid, ridiculous, you know, dog walking processions around parks for stupid local exercise instead of actual natural means, you know. And now the government, we've got to sort health out. You know, we'll spend some money to sort health out. Yes, we've got to get that into the budget to sort health out. Well, you know, the budget exists because you annihilated everyone's health and made private investors made massive amounts of money out of claiming, we'll supply, you know, we've got to provide people with food. No, a load of geeks invented a load of widgets which, you know, you bought and they sold and you fell for, and the consequences of that now are devastating. And, you know, people's vitamin D levels could have saved all these people from dying from COVID, and wouldn't have had to have had lockdown, but it didn't even work that one out. You know, if Mark Zuckerberg would have been, you know, the Holy Saint Trinity or something, you know, like the Archbishop of Canterbury's, you know, Golden Choir boy, and then suddenly messed around on a computer and built this amazing social platform which could solve loads of social problems, and everyone in the country would have gone on to it, and the government would have, said, oh, this is good, why don't we have this, run by the government? And he could have used his exact same intelligence to do the exact same social platform things. And they could have used that platform to find housing for people, locate people with houses, get people to meet each other who could share houses and share costs and share expenditure, and not be on the streets homeless without anywhere to live, and not be overeating and still have money left to eat enough, but not going to the wrong places and eating the wrong sorts of food. But instead, what Mark Zuckerberg does, the role model of Rishi Sunak's business empire and the strong economy of Michael Gove, is no, he selfishly proceeds to build and adapt the platform for his own personal private gain on the role models of the Tories. Yes, strong economy and profits. Yes, and it makes himself into a multi-billionaire while there's still people, homeless. And then, Cameron, Gove's best bum buddy Cameron, doesn't only sell Royal Mail off, and, now prices to get a parcel delivered are insanely, insultingly ridiculous, but someone's actually making massive amounts of profit out of there. How's that helping people get into housing? It's not. Right? Cameron sells off, everything else, and now we find out that they're using strategies in order to control social behaviour. If they haven't already controlled it enough to get us to go around their little rat maze like a little trained hamster, round the drive-through, back out again, into Sainsbury's, around the aisles, back out again, onto the bus, go home. It's almost like some perfectly set up mousetrap game or something. I could use more intricate and eloquent words, but none are needed. Gove is a complete and total buffoon. His intellectual capacity for ideas and innovation, but now we've got a new Department of Innovation and Technology. Well, how about innovating the Tory prep schoolboys to be choir boys, charitable geniuses, there seems to be some conflict of interest between Rishi Sunak. 1 minute he wants to be photographed giving bacon sandwiches away to homeless people, but then the next minute he's in a meeting doing handshakes, for $1 billion, Mr. Bond, for his, Goldfinger empire around the world. They're doing very, very, very important innovation technology. The plastic tube fittings for McDonald's, the new tiles for the floor, and the new timer on the cooker, and now we're making some more widgets, and now everybody's got a strange disease appearing in their veins, that the Undertaker's having to pull out and nobody knows where it's coming from. Yes, those type of amazing innovations and technologies. Same thing, same parliament, same tosh, same, lines coming out of the sort of housing again. It would be all right if there was some innovation and technology into what gets said in Parliament, but it seems to be the same thing. You could get, literally, you could superimpose Gove probably over John Major in, 1994 or something, or whenever. Just play the same thing. That's funny. It's like a game of Snap. In fact, if you loaded Hansard into an AI, right, and press play on Gove, need to reduce the housing costs and adjust the economy for, Snap! Didn't you say that in 1987, and in 1998, and then again in 2017. Look, Snap, hey, look. In fact, if you remove the amount of dialogue out of Parliament that was like Snap in a game of Snap, you'd have less people there than that are in there now with empty seats, which is you probably have the speaker sat there by himself. I don't fall for Gove's tosh, and London is full of people investing in the stock market, playing financial games, who throwing around words like equity and investment and turning up at AGM meetings, and they've got very, very, very big numbers in their bank account. Yet in Parliament, they seem to be talking about very, very small numbers in bank accounts that are likely with a dash in front of them because people are in minors without any homes. And it's just like, it goes on and on and on and on and on and on. And people are actually sick to death of it. I don't think these people know how to solve any problems. Why is it that a boy, Mark Zuckerberg, can goof around on a computer in the space of time? Barry Sheeman as, we could play Barry Sheeman's parliamentary appearances in Fast Forward since he took office, right? What has he achieved in this chamber? Other than a media centre and a new university in Huddersfield Town Centre, which got built through money flowing in, that he's pulled strings for in Parliament, the media centre. Oh, look, the media centre. Could have been Facebook headquarters, But, why is the model for the country encouraging and educating these young, innovative people to fleece everyone and walk off with the money? Yet the entire time in Parliament is spent on grumbling about, people are in housing, we're very concerned about it, to get people off the streets, so we need to sort them out, and, but no, you've got no intentions of doing that. In the space of time from when Zuckerberg, walked out of college to now, where are the young, innovative people coming out of all these new universities that they're building and media centres for Barry Sheeman that, have got solved the housing problem? But now we've got AI. Well, clearly, clearly college graduates don't have AI. They need to make it or build it, which means that I don't think what they're doing is and I don't think they're using their eyes. I think they're using their hands in their wallets. The whole paradigm of this government is like a record player stuck on repeat. And we need to change the record. Someone needs to change the record. We need as dramatic change as going from vinyl records to C90 cassettes and then to MP3s, and then an entire record collection is gone. And I think that's where we're going with these ministers, because these ministers are like vinyl records. Gove has passed its time. It's time to change the record. It's time to get rid of the library of these MPs who are stuck on repeat permanently. And then we'll have to adjust the economy in my budget to accommodate homeless people. Again, I've got that. I've got that record. I've got it on C90. I've got it on vinyl. Now I've got it on MP3. These ministers are like vinyl records. It's not enough to change the record. The library needs to go because they are a waste of time, a waste of money, and a waste of space. They solve zero problems. They solve nothing. In fact, they are actually making as many more problems as they are making new innovations. In fact, if they were having a competition to see, if they're making more progress with innovations or actually causing more harm and damage with their new innovations, I think they're still on par. I think they're still on equal. If you actually calculate how much damage they're actually doing with their new inventions compared to what actual progress they're making with their new inventions, I don't think they're making that much progress. We've got a couple more new satellites up, and now everyone's, can have everything on their mobile phone. But no, we need to still sell. We can't have them on everything on their mobile phone without them making money, but it's a digital world. it's the metaverse. Oh, yes, but it doesn't exist. Well, we can charge you for that then, and then you wouldn't even have to pay the staff to make it, you know? We just get the AI to make it for free, you know? Maximum production, and no overheads at all, you know? We could come into the metaverse where, you know, our overheads are zero and our profits are maximum. Yeah, we haven't solved any problems. We've made twice as many problems as we're trying to fix the whole time. You know, it's time for Gove to go.